Hi, welcome to Lectures Training on Sunday Readings. Today we'll prepare for the readings of August 7, the 19th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Our reference books. The first reading, like the Gospel, focuses on the need for preparedness, and their chief image is a long, faithful watch, symbolizing readiness for the ultimate encounter with the Lord. Read the first line slowly so that the context is clear. Words like night, known beforehand, faith, awaited, along with the others or with the other underlined words should be given special attention. Your people signifies God's people. The point is that they waited with great faith, trusting God would deliver them despite all the evidence to the contrary, and for this they were glorified. Under the cover of the night, they did what needed to be done to be ready. Say wisdom, wisdom, courage, courage, adversaries, adversaries, summoned, summoned. First reading. A reading from the Book of Wisdom. The night of the Passover was known beforehand to our fathers, that with sure knowledge of the oaths in which they put their faith, they might have courage. Your people awaited the salvation of the just and the destruction of their foes. For when you punished our adversaries, in this you glorified us whom you had summoned. For in secret the holy children of the God were offering sacrifice and putting into effect with one accord the divine institution. The word of the Lord. The responsorial psalm praises trust and rejoices in being chosen by the Lord, who keeps true to his promise. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. Exalt, you just, in the Lord. Praise from the upright is fitting. Blessed the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen for his own inheritance. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. See, the eyes of the Lord are upon those who fear him, upon those who hope for his kindness, to deliver them from death and preserve them in spite of famine. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. Our soul waits for the Lord, who is our help and our shield. May your kindness, O Lord, be upon us, who have put our hope in you. Blessed be the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. If you are reading the shorter form of the second reading, it is only up to here. The longer form is up to the next page. The second reading is one of those written by the author of Hebrews, which presents a sublime teaching on faith, not by defining it theologically, but by using great men and women of the Old Testament as models of a faith so firm that it withstands all the storms and trials of life. This is a classic verse that summarizes all that will follow. Stress by faith, and each time it occurs, and it occurs several times. By faith, Abraham here endured hardships willingly. Contrast tent and city with foundations. Give strong emphasis on Abraham's and Sarah's advanced age. All these refers to other heroes of faith left out of this excerpt. The promise that he would become a great nation was to be fulfilled through Isaac. Abraham trusted that God could keep the promise even if Isaac were sacrificed. And Isaac is presented as a symbol of the risen Christ. Say, faith. Produce a soft th here, because if you will produce a t, you are going to sound like giving another word which has a different meaning. That would be fate. So produce a voiceless th. Faith. Sojourned. Isaac. Notice Isaac. Heirs. Sarah. Sterile. Symbol. Second reading. A reading from the letter to the Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, faith is the realization of what is hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Because of it, the ancients were well attested. By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance. He went out, not knowing where he was to go. By faith, he sojourned in the promised land as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and maker is God. By faith, he received a power to generate, even though he was past the normal age, and Sarah herself was sterile. For he thought that the one who had made the promise was trustworthy. So it was that there came forth from one man, himself as good as dead, descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sands on the seashore. All these died in faith. They did not receive what had been promised, but saw it and greeted it from afar, and acknowledged themselves to be strangers and aliens on earth. For those who speak thus show that they are seeking a homeland. If they had been thinking of the land from which they had come, they would have had opportunity to return. But now they desire a better homeland, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for He has prepared a city for them. By faith, Abraham, when put to the test, offered up Isaac, and he who had received the promises was ready to offer his only son, of whom it was said, "Through Isaac descendants shall bear your name." He reasoned that God was able to raise even from the dead, and he received Isaac back as a symbol. The word of the Lord. That's it, brothers and sisters. Thank you. Join me again next week for the readings of August 14, the 20th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Until then, goodbye and God bless you all.